Hey guys, this is Kevin. I'm actually going to do a video today on some of how to use the Japanese sword. I want to first thank Master Park for allowing me to teach as an assistant instructor through DTG, Choson, Karate, and Taijutsu, so thank you very much. I'll do my best. Okay, so today I'm going to cover drawing and resheathing your sword. Starting, of course, from the draw, since it is the most important part. Don't draw with your arms like this. It'll throw you off balance. It opens up all of this to a strike, and you cannot redirect the force of your blade with enough power to do any damage. What you should do is you should start here and draw out to right about there, to as far out as you need to come, because the rest of it's going to happen with the saya and your hips. You're going to pull the saya back and turn your hips, which will remove the blade the rest of the way from the sheath, allowing you to go into everything you need to go into. It keeps everything closer in towards your center. It keeps everything in balance without having to worry about pulling everything back in to be ready again. So, in one motion, it looks like this. And you're ready to cut. For things like nukitsuke, for things, draw cutting and all that, there are many different ways to do it. This is the way that I usually do it. It's almost the exact same way as when you just draw your blade out into a stance. For a cut coming downward towards the head or towards the collar, almost the exact same thing again. It goes like this. And you always want to remember sayabiki and turn your hips. Very important part of the nukitsuke. There's cuts across the middle, cuts coming up at an angle, which have a little bit more that go into them. Again, this one here from the front, and a shiburi and a noto, which I'll get into in a second. To come across the middle, rather than turning your blade here, or if you're coming up, rather than turning your blade completely over in your belt like this, leave it like that. When you do this, it's telegraphing. The only thing you can do is come up at an angle like that. Your opponent's going to see that. They're going to read it. They're going to know what's coming and know how to block it and counterattack. So, start with your edge facing up and draw. If, say, we're going to do a diagonal upwards cut. Get to right about here, then turn your saya over. Remove it the rest of the way and cut. From the front, it looks like this. Start from here, come out to about there, turn your saya and cut. And I'll do it quick here so you can see how that looks. From here. So that is drawing the sword. Now for resheathing, there are two major parts. There is the shiburi, which is shaking the blood, and then there's the actual noto, which is returning it to the saya. For shiburi, there's many different ways to do it. There's this one here, which a lot of people use for kata. There's shiburi, like this. There's things like that go into the noto. There's some where you wipe the blade off like this with your hand or with a cloth. There's one where you even actually wipe it off across your pants and then go into a noto. I like to stick with the basic, just like this or like that. Keeps things simple, easy to remember. For noto itself, there's a few different ways of doing it. You have your standard, just like that. You have, of course, when you do things like this shiburi, you have the noto from this angle here. Pull it away like that. One that I just recently saw, which I like a lot, is you'll actually rest your blade on your hand here, pinch it like that, and grab your suba rather than the tsuka itself, and move it out, back in. I guess that's a tachi noto for longer blades. Makes sense to me. I think it's fun. Now, for the standard noto, take this part here. You're going to cover your entire koguchi with your fingers, like this, so there's no wood sticking out past your fingers. The blade will rest then on the webbing between your thumb and your index finger, and between the tip of your thumb and your index finger's knuckle. Should be able to balance just like that, like I showed you a second ago. From the habaki, draw all the way out, and you'll feel the kisaki come across that piece of skin right here. So you'll know it's now in the opening of the koiguchi. Rather than bringing it way up here where it'll block your view, the flashing from the blade could distract you, which is very, very bad, bring it from here out to here, and then turn your saya down. Keeps everything down low. It doesn't obstruct your view. It's an all-around better way to do it if you're worried about other potential threats in the area, you don't want to lose sight of them, just the safest way to go. Anyhow, that is how to draw and resheath your sword. I hope it's helped. Practice a lot, have fun, be safe. Thank you very much.